How's it going, everybody? Decisive TV here. I am back for another video. Today we're actually on the Cornerstone SMP server. It has been quite a while since we've been on here. I've tried to record this video, or well, I guess this episode, a few times, but nothing's really worked out. So I'm going to try again, and hopefully this works out. But today we have something a little bit special planned, as you can see over there. Probably turn that off so you guys can't get a sneak peek. So I ended up talking to Jack, and you might be able to see that in his latest video. I don't know if he's gonna get that out before I get this one out. He's gonna have it in his latest episode. I mean, you guys should go watch a series anyway, so I don't know what I don't know why you haven't. If you haven't, you should go watch it. Anyways, so I ended up talking to him, and we had a whole conversation about his mountain, because obviously my base is right there, his mountain is right here, or well, at least the front side of his mountain. The back side's looking a little unfinished right now, but we talked about it, and we have a plan for it, and I think I'm going to make use of the back space around here. You can't even see it, it's so big, it doesn't even render the entire underside. Well, if we go a little bit closer, it is a huge mountain, and he did not fill any of it in, and I do not. I understand. This is a huge mountain. Apparently, he placed, I think it was about close to 100,000 blocks just for the front side, which we will probably go check out in a little bit, but this whole backside needs to be finished. So he was talking to me and just wondering what, just a few tips or something, or if that looked good, which that right there, the little terraforming that he has done, it looks really, really good. So we're just going to probably work on this together, get the backside finished. Just having two people on it at once, and my base is right there. And I have a plan, which we will do in probably a little bit. I've already constructed it in a different location, but we were talking, and I'm like, this is going to be the perfect location for it, I think, because this entire mountain, it's just going to form well into the side of the back here, and the underside is like all the space that I could ever want and need. It's a huge area. It's already lit up too, so that's amazing. But I need to have an interior for what I'm going to build up in the front. So this is going to give me all that space to work with. I can mold it however I want and do whatever I want underneath it. Jack said I could, so I'm going to utilize it to the best of my abilities. Probably, hopefully, not make his area laggy, because that would suck for Jack, and I really don't want that for his amazing mountain here to be a super lag fest ski resort, which, if you guys didn't know, if you haven't watched the series, why are you still here? Go watch his episodes. This is going to be a ski resort, as you can probably tell. Well, there's a lodge down there, but it's too far to see. But yeah, there's all these pathways. It looks super amazing. The mountain is just, it's just amazing overall. All these trees, all the snow he placed manually. It's crazy. So he basically built the mountain and then just placed the snow on top of the mountain, and that makes it look really, really cool. But Jack's a crazy guy whenever it comes to these huge projects, and we are going to help him with the back. So I think I'm going to gather up all the building materials that I have from what I built over there, which we will go see in a little bit whenever I get this thing constructed. Did I do anything else? I don't think I did anything else off camera or whenever I try to record the other videos. I know I did stuff, but I can't remember because it's been like a month since I tried the last time. I'm sorry, guys. This video is taking forever to get out. I need to get on here, and I need to record. I need to do it. Whenever I do it, it will be all good. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct what I made over there and build it right here. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Hopefully there will be a time lapse. I've updated my mods and they've been a little weird, so there might not be a time lapse, but I will try my best. So there's I didn't notice this before, but there's a little tiny pumpkin boy here, and it says trick or treat, and there's a button on it. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be the mouth, but I'm gonna press the button. Oh! Do I get more? Ah! Ah! No!
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh! I forgot I had that noise. There's actually more treats in here. I can't believe I got pranked. Oh no, our little tiny pumpkin boy. Let's see, can we repair him? Yay! I'm gonna keep this. That's actually this is a nice addition to the place. But wow, there's deep slate diamond ore in here, some bone blocks, a map. Oh yeah. So we might go check out the shopping district in a little bit. But Ender basically got a bunch of these pumpkins. Oh, I need a item frame. There we go. Okay, yeah. So makes it look like a jack-o'-lantern with a custom face on it, because they need to add more faces to jack-o'-lanterns in Minecraft, in my opinion. Some variated stuff. But yeah, so that was a pleasant surprise. I appreciate that, Ender. Okay, yes, right. Back to the time lapse. Well, back to building, and I will see you guys in a little bit after time lapse. Is so we're done building this, and you can probably already tell what it is, but it says quests up there. It's kind of hard to see from even down here, but maybe I should have changed out those blocks. Oh well, it is what it is, and they have been killing each other a lot. And they're playing a new mini game over in the shopping district, so we might go check that out later. But yeah, so this is the quest gate, and obviously it's a bit, well, the gate itself is finished, but obviously inside, let me light these candles, is a bit unfinished. And back here too. So we're going to do quite a bit with this. I wanted to set up quests. If you guys have watched Hermitcraft, you know Rendog had his whole quest thing, and that's kind of where the idea came from. However, I want to do quests a bit different than how Ren did. I want to do quests that don't give people diamonds or things to kind of ruin the economy or jolt it or whatever. I don't want to give people diamonds or emeralds or like the good Gemmy awards, you know? I mean, diamonds could be included with it, but also iron and copper and that sort of stuff. But I want to include blocks and items that are actually useful to players, such as I don't know, copper blocks, obsidian maybe, glass, sand, shulker boxes of like sand, gravel, dirt, snow. You know, just useful items that you could use for building or anything like that. Maybe even some beehives or whatever. Don't know. I guess I'll have to come up with the item list and come up with some rewards. Maybe like deep slate or something like that. But you know, practical blocks. Blocks that people use in their everyday Minecrafting adventures and that sort of stuff. Maybe a shulker box of food now that I think about it, and tools. But yeah, so it's going to have practical rewards like that. And the quests are going to be fairly similar to how Ren had it set up in Hermitcraft, where you would either interact with other members, you would be playing a mini game, or just small interaction or whatever. Maybe some weird, quirky ones like get another member to sing or something like that. And you obviously have to get it on video, but you kind of have quests like that, and also quests that include bringing blocks and giving them to the quest area. I want to have like this kind of magical pool in the middle or something that people could throw items into, and it'll go into like a chest. So if people need to throw like a full shulker box of sand into there, and they get like a stack of diamonds or something, kind of like that, then I can use that sand either for myself, or I could use it and put it back as a reward for a quest. I think that would be a pretty good way of doing it. So hopefully the members, whenever I actually get this like fully built, or whenever I get this video uploaded, if there are any Cornerstone members watching, then hopefully you guys are excited for this, and I want to get it done, but obviously my upload schedule and my work schedule are not very pleasant with each other, and I also have my modded series now, which I am so happy you all are enjoying that. If you're coming from there, welcome to Cornerstone. Very fun server. But yeah, so I kind of tried to go with a B-dub style kind of exterior for this, where it's kind of like a mixture of blocks and nothing really makes sense. There's no big overhangs or anything like that, but it's trying to utilize darker blocks to make it look like there is an overhang or a bigger overhang or anything like that, instead of having like blocks that are just extruding out. So I think it turned out fairly well. It kind of looks like a desert camo in my opinion, but I think it turned out all right. Obviously it could look better, like the sharp change right there. Not too sure how I feel about that, but maybe different block palette. I don't know. It's my first time doing this, so I'm kind of happy how it turned out. The gate turned out more like B-dubs than I kind of wanted to, but I included some of these shulker boxes to give it a little bit more texture and a little bit of a darker block and something a little unique. And I could also put blocks in there if I really wanted to. Or if we do a mini game where we have to hide stuff, people can use that as a hiding spot. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with how this turned out, and let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And I also have, let's go into Freecam, I have little fire gauntlet sort of things. It provides a little bit of light, and so do the statues, and it's also just something to have out here instead of it just be the gate. But now all we have to do is get the terraforming to come around and kind of clash with this in a good way. I want this to look like it's kind of in the mountain, but also not in the mountain. Kind of have it extrude from the mountain, but look like it's been pushed into the mountain a little bit, if that makes sense. So I think we'll be able to do that. I kind of planned how that looks over there, and I kind of went from this point and was like, okay, so I don't want to have it too steep, but I don't want to have it too wide because it needs to look like it's actually in the mountain, but out of the mountain at the same time. So I don't know. I'll tinker around with all the terraforming whenever I get around to it, because that's going to be a lot of time, and I do not have that time right now. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do it off camera or something. So I ended up actually, my internet went out, and I realized that I was not recording for like about half of the build. So if there was a big cut where it was just like me beginning and then just boom, almost all of it done, then yeah, that's why, and that really that really sucked. So it's actually been quite a while since I've touched the mega base, but we're not doing that today. I just needed to come up here and grab this little amount of redstone that I have up here. but I do have plans. And if we look up here, there are quite a few tunnels up here, but I do have something planned for up here. I'm just getting it all laid out. Well, this was like about a month ago, a month and a half ago. So yeah, yeah, not touching the mega base today. Maybe another day though. Yeah, it's been quite a while. Oh my gosh. That was a little scary. Okay, it is very dark and dangerous down here. But yeah, just want you guys to see how far I've came with the mega base. So obviously blasting hole all the way down to there. Maybe a little bit further, I have no idea. Also, that water is weird, but yeah. So is that the outside world? Can I see outside? I can see outside. I think that's just a chunk glitch. Yes, it was. I still am pretty happy with how these towers turned out last episode. That one's still a little bit straight and kind of weird, but oh well. That one's also a little weird, but I'm happy with how those two turned out for sure. Happy with the slope on that one. But from a certain angle, it all looks pretty good. And it's also just supposed to, yeah, like from here, it's supposed to be just additions to the mega base to make it obviously look a bit bigger, and might utilize these towers in the future, maybe. But what I want to do is I want to set up a moss farm because, you know, moss is pretty all right. It's a good building block, and getting a lot of it is kind of hard to do manually. Not very hard, obviously. You could just go somewhere and just bone meal a lot of it. But doing it automatically is always just better. So I want to figure out, I might put it around there because this is a fairly blank spot that it just looks like it wants something there. So I might make it there. I want to put a build around it because why not? Might as well build a little bit more. But a moss farm I think might go pretty well right there. Just have a cliffside house or something and have the moss farm somewhere within it. I don't know. I'm going to have to lay that out. So yeah, I guess I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alrighty, guys. So I ended up getting an area right here all set out. So if we go into Freecam, you can see I didn't build up there on the mountain. I kind of built right here because it's kind of parallel with the little chicken shack that we have right here. And I thought it would look pretty good right next to it, but also filling in this blank space, because the idea that I have for the build that I want to have go around the moss farm is going to be fairly tall, and it's going to like extend out the more that it goes up. So it's going to look a little interesting, and it's going to be fairly big, of course, because this is a 15 by 15 space, so we need some area to take up that. But who knows, I might change how I build this moss farm and the build around it. Might connect some stuff too, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking as I go now, and I'm coming up with some good ideas I should probably write down, but it's nap time. Alrighty, but I have all the stuff that I need, really. Maybe, well, I do need a couple things, but I can just get it off Camry. But everything else I do have just within a couple shulker boxes and that sort of stuff. Hopefully nothing falls down there. But, oh, actually, I can make some stuff. Make a couple sticky pistons because I need those for a hopper clock. Oh, speaking of hoppers, I kind of need to get hoppers too. Oh, that's where my chest plate went. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start building this moss farm. The moss farm design that I'm going with is Ethos moss farm, or at least that's what the videos said that went over how to actually make it. So not my own design. If I wanted to do my own design, I feel like I might do TNT, but that's kind of hard to figure out. I don't have that much time in order to do that. I would, if I could, because I really like redstone and I like making my own contraptions and figuring new ways out on how to get certain blocks or items in the game. It's one of the most fun things in Minecraft, in my opinion. However, obviously, time constraints can kind of hinder that my ability in order to do that. So, just gonna go with a classic etho moss farm design, just to save a little bit of time and hopefully get this out to you guys in a reasonable amount of time, instead of waiting another month or two to get it out. So I kind of want to figure out, maybe I should, do I have leaf blocks? Oh, I have leaf blocks on me, yes. Okay, so I kind of want to figure out how tall I want it to go. So I think we're just going to level it out according to this layer right here, I think. So we'll be able to go up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20? Maybe 20 blocks. I want to have this fairly large. I really want it to be a fairly big build, and we're just going to have like stuff around it probably too. So maybe make the main build about that tall. I could make it a little bit taller, but I feel like the shape, that height would be pretty good for what I want it to be. So let's go ahead and get down here. I need to figure out what, like how tall we want to build the actual moss farm. Because I kind of wanted to have it drop down like in a chute sort of thing. And go into a sorting system. So we can get the azalea bushes and moss in separate chests and that sort of stuff, and maybe make a filtering system where it filters out a certain amount of blocks or whatever in order to have it refill itself. But I also need an on-off switch because I don't want this running the entire time that I'm around here, of course. So I think if we're going off of this layer, we can go ahead and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, maybe 8 up. Let's go a 9th one. Yeah, I think this might work. I'm trying to think on how I actually want the build to look, and I think this might be a pretty good height. So the entire thing is fairly big. Obviously 15 blocks. Okay, let's just start setting some stuff up and I'll be right back with you guys. Alrighty guys, so now I have completed the moss farm. I didn't record any time lapse or anything like that because we're kind of running out of time for the video and I don't really have time to render out another time lapse. So yeah, sorry, but there is a tutorial that you can look up on YouTube for the or for Ethos moss farm, but it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Don't worry about it. If you have at least a little bit of knowledge of redstone, I'm sure you can figure it out pretty easily. I had to change some stuff around from the original layout and the one that I actually made in my test world. So I had to figure out putting the hopper clock up here, how I needed to run it all the way down to here, but keep it kind of like centralized because I didn't want to have it all the way over here. Had to have a bunch of redstone combobulated over here without powering all this stuff. It's a whole process. So I needed to keep everything pretty centered, not very extravagant, even though this is a little bit extravagant with the monostable circuit and that, but that's really the only way that I could do it, because running the power over here, I didn't have too much space to work with over there, so, and I'll have too much space to work with over here, so that was kind of the only way that I could really think of in order to get this to fit in, because that is a necessary part. So I ended up putting obsidian behind all the pistons because they were pushing the stone and it was pushing the pistons out, but having obsidian behind it prevents that from happening. So much better. For some reason in my test world that wasn't happening, because we had these dispensers, and underneath these dispensers there's obsidian as well. But if we go ahead and we can give this a try, 16 bone meal in there. I put almost a stack in there. If we give this a try, all I have to do is head up here. I kind of feel like covering the lava, but I don't know what blocks to use, and I don't want to accidentally break anything. So get rid of this redstone torch. It's kind of my off my on-off switch right now. It's very janky, but yeah. So right now I don't have any collection system. I'm just gonna put a minecart, hopper minecart down here, one that just has all that runs through here and then stops off, and it's going to go into a dropper that ends up shooting the items down like a chute or something like that, and puts them into an item sorter down below. So yeah, I'm gonna get that figured out, but that's gonna be off camera, and that's going to be kind of a pain to put in. But yeah, so just have this running, and it is kind of loud, which kind of stinks, but go ahead and shut that off. So from how much? 8 bone meal, we got a stack and a half of moss blocks, plus flowering azalea and azalea bushes, plus some seeds. So there's also no real good way to get out of here. Uh-oh. That was very silly. Don't know why that happened. Oh no. Okay, I'm good. That was pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie, that was, saw my life flash before my eyes. I fell into the lava and I had no reaction, because I was like, if I die here, oh man, I'm gonna cry. My keyboard's been acting so weird. I have a Razer Huntsman keyboard and it won't let me open the Razer Synapse app for some reason. I think I need to restart my computer and have it like run first thing, because I turned it off to automatically open whenever I start my computer, and now it's messed up. So yeah, it's been doing a lot of weird things. Like I'll press like a key or something like that, and it'll, like right now it wasn't even doing anything. Yeah, weird. So I'll press a key and it'll act like it's staying down even though the key's up. Very weird. So yeah, I need to get that sorted too, I guess. But yeah, right there. What the heck? Yeah, see, it was just doing it again. It did it for the space. I don't know what's going on with my keyboard. Anyways, I am starting to run out of time for this episode. Yeah, the moss farm is a little pretty ugly. It's not, if we go into the Freecam, it's not the most beautiful thing around here. But yeah, just running out of time for this video. Next episode, we're definitely going to construct something that goes around this. And we'll see what that is. I'm coming up with a few ideas in my head. I just need to take some time and actually build a thing in my build world. So anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the quest thing over, the quest gate over here. In a couple episodes, maybe after the next one, or maybe in the next one, depending on how it goes, we'll start working on the interior. If I can get around to getting more of this terraformed, or if Jack will, then we'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new here. I appreciate all the new people coming in. The modded series has been kind of crazy for the channel lately, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying that. I really love that mod. Oh no. I really love that mod pack. Just my custom made mod pack. If you haven't watched any of the episodes, there's 2 out right now. A third one is in the works, But yeah, just time. I need more time in order to be able to actually record. So yeah, anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.